So hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for something to return, and it's been a very long time since it did. The Race Driver Grid career mode walkthrough is back, ladies and gentlemen. I looked at the channel today, I looked at the FNG Racing channel, I realised it had been 3 months since this had last been uploaded. It doesn't feel that long, like it's ridiculous, but I thought I'd brought it, I'd bring it back because it's something I really enjoyed, and I do realise because it's been so damn long, you've probably all forgotten what's going on, what even the series is about, so I'll leave a card or an annotation at the top of the screen to the playlist and do the last episode of the series. But basically, in essence, we've got to take our team to the top, of the rankings, earning our way through licenses in Asia, in Europe, and in America to get to the global license and take on the best teams in the world and obviously beat them. We earn money along the way, which we can spend on cars, we can get sponsors, we can get teammates, all of that sort of stuff, and eventually progress to be the best team in the world. And in this series, we're in season number 6. We've just started the 6th season. You can see the licenses that we've already progressed through. We've got through all of the junior licenses, if you like. I think we've progressed through all of the secondary licenses now as well. We haven't actually competed in all of the championships. Actually, no, we need to earn one more license in Japan, and then we've got all of these ones. So we're progressing pretty nicely. We've earned a lot of licenses so far. We just need to finish this one off in Japan. So we'll do that this episode. We'll finish that one off and get that done and move into the J-Speed Super 1. Nevertheless, we'll get this done first and try and progress into the final license in Japan. Now, one issue is that we've got to buy a car for this, because I think it's exclusive to Honda NSXs, of which we don't have yet. I'm actually excited. I'm actually proper excited to get back into this. It's been so long. I used to love this game as a kid, and I've missed it so much. I can't remember how to drive on this game. It used to be bad enough when there was 2 weeks between episodes, let alone 3 months, so we'll have to take this with a pinch of salt. Hopefully we can get what we need in the championship, which I think is only 3rd in the championship overall. I'd happily take that, to be quite honest with you. And then we progress to the next segment, of Japanese racing, as we make contact with a few cars. Obviously, we've got our teammate as well racing, can't forget him. Matthew Craven is the other driver for the FNG Racing team in this series. We were thinking of replacing him. I think this may well be his last season in the team, because he does underperform a little bit, but I think Pro-Tuned is his specialty, as we make a triple move coming out the final corner and across the line to start the second lap out of 6. We're progressing pretty nicely actually in this race, so this should be good. Matthew Craven's in 2nd and fighting for the lead as well, and obviously him and myself earn money through sponsorship deals, so him doing well is very nice to see, because it means we'll earn more money. Akio Watanabe has spun off and into the grass, which allows us to move up into a podium position, and we've got 2 FNG racing cars in the top 3, which is nice to see, but neither of them are winning currently, as we now try and make a move on our teammate just across the line. By the time we get to the line, we do get that position made. That might be something to remember for the last lap in case we're in a drag race. Here is Kubatoa. We'll just call him Kuba for now. Although technically that's a Polish nickname. Don't ask me how I know that. If there's any Polish people watching, I'm sure you'll be impressed. But anyway, we've gone past Kuba. 3 laps now to hold on to this top spot position. And this would be a nice indication of how the rest of the tournament of the championship goes, although we made a horrible mistake there. And that's allowed about 74 cars through. Okay, it hasn't actually. It's only allowed 2 cars through. And we've got to do all the work again. I just completely messed up the line. I just completely forgot how the first corner was formatted, and just turned in way too early, went wide. Anyway, we've used the camber to get past Craven. Now in a slipstream of Kubatoa, and before we get to the line, we do just about, I think, get ahead of him, so that's nice. Right, take this first corner a little bit better. There we go. Lap 6 of 6. We, though, are in P1, and we're going to come across the line for a pretty simple win in the end by the time we'd got there. Here is how it ended, and Matthew Craven did end up taking P2 by just 1/10 of a second over Kiko Kubatoa. So FNG Racing 1-2 and Solid Engineering 3-4. They're definitely our closest rivals in the Teams Championship, but if we carry on like that, then no one's going to be stopping us. Sponsors-wise, this should be a massive payout for everyone. We're going to get the full 102k. And in terms of Matthew Craven, he has failed some, obviously, because he didn't technically win. But it's only 2 that he's failed, and that's only Speed and Sparko. So he still gets a massive 73k. Back at Okutama again. The same track as we were at for the first race of this championship. but we're at the reverse. I don't know, I can't remember which way is the actual right way. I think the first one was the right way, and this is the reverse, I think. I'm not entirely, don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure, but we're at the same track, it's just the other way round. That's what you've got to take from this. We're starting at the back again. Craven's slightly further down. I think he started in second in the first race, whereas he started in like P5 this time. Ooh, bit of a clip there on the inside from somebody. Oh, there's a spin there who's come back on the track. Somehow nobody's been collected, but that looks as if it was going to be a monumental accident at first, and we're back down to last somehow. Not as productive a first lap as the first race, but we are trying to make progress. Big lock up there, almost running into the side of this black and gold car to the left-hand side, or the two teammates even, but we got past them now, up into 7th place. Mayasuke Yamaguchi is in the lead. Just another monumental name as we go around the outside here. Of another competitor up into P6. Dust being kicked up. Long way up the road. There's been a spin and it's our teammate Craven. Thankfully loops it round and we've just about held onto the car as well. Pretty diabolical few corners for FNG Racing. Craven binning it, and then a corner later we lose the car as one half spin. I've just realised my good friend Matt from Twitter, or Skeligtor, has been telling me not to look back as often in the last 2 episodes, and I think I've still been looking back a lot in this episode, but I'm consciously going to try not to do as much this time. So we're just going to focus on what's going on ahead, and what's going on ahead is a 4-way battle for the lead, then a gap back to 5th, but we are storming up the inside of Brad Petty and up into P number 5. So on to the penultimate lap of the race though now. We've not been able to make any progress through this group because they're just battling so much amongst themselves. It's very hard to get past 2 people when they're side by side for so long, but Brookfield has gone off. He hasn't been able to take the pressure of the battle, got out wide onto the marbles and spun off, so that's gained us 1 position at least. Still more battling. I'm trying to get past these guys, but they're constantly too abreast. We've now got someone going to the outside. I didn't even know that. Great battling here. There's a car going off. That's somebody going wide. I think that was the guy we were battling for the lead in the last race, so he's gone off. We are under pressure, actually, from this Masaki Hasayama guy. Got a good run, though, coming out the final corner for the final time. Coming towards the line to end the race. Can we get there? No, we can't. A very small interval. But it is not P2, it's P3 in the end. Not a bad result. 0.03 of a second separating ourselves and Akio Watanabe. Here is the Drivers' Championship then. We are currently 8 points clear at the top of it, with Yamaguchi in second and Craven currently sat in joint third with 3 other drivers. So sponsors-wise, the payout isn't going to be grand, to be honest with you, although we've still got 73k. But obviously for Matthew Craven, he was only down in P8, so it's probably going to be nothing at all. No, he's got 8.5k. Round number 3, we're at Okutama again, and the man who won the last race, the second round of this championship, is starting at the back of the grid, and that's Yamaguchi, so that's a good advantage for us already. We're up in the dizzying heights of P9, which is something raucous, to be quite honest with you, in comparison to the rest of the championship. We're already down into P11 after 1 turn. Craven's starting in P4, so good opportunity for him to get some good points on the board. Good exit out of that first corner, and we're up into P7 already, so good start. Oh, hello. Oh, my word. Right, we're doing things, and I don't know what we're doing. I've never experienced this before. Actually, no, this is on... oh, crap, we've hit the wall on the inside. This is on Grid Autosport, I want to say. I've never done the full version of Okutama on this game, so this could be quite the experience. This could be quite the experience indeed. I don't even know how long the lap is. We've hit the wall on the outside. I don't know the track at all, so I'm learning it as I go along. It's like a rally stage, but without a co-driver. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's been an accident there, my word. There's been a massive accident, which has gained us quite a few positions. Now going up the inside of this white and blue car. But yeah, there was a big accident there. Oh, my word, my word, my word, my word. What a save, if I do say so myself. We've lost a bumper, though. It's like a flipping British touring car race there for a second, going wide again. Akio Watanabe's just slammed us in the wall after that big collision between the 2 other drivers that's promoted us up into P4. Good exit out of the final corner, and towards the line we'll now go up the inside of Watanabe. We'll make a move, though, here on Craven, so that should be P number 2, and through we go. We've gone wide there, and we've Not only lost out to Craven, we've been switched back by Watanabe as well. So this is fantastic battle as we hit the wall on the outside. I'd like it. Oh no, Craven. Craven has somehow been saved by the cliff. And now both of the FNG racing cars are missing a rear bumper. Fantastic. At least we're matching. That's something. At least we're true teammates now, but it's going to be a rather large repair bill as we chuck it up the inside of Watanabe for P2. It'll be a win for Aikawa, but it'll be a win in the championship for us. Matthew Craven still battling for 3rd and 4th. I don't think he'll take 3rd in the end. Craven does take 4th in the race, just 7/100ths of a second behind Watanabe. We take 2nd. That is obviously enough for us to win the championship comfortably. There is the championship results in the end, and it's not only a win in the championship for us, Matthew Craven takes 2nd in the championship. Joint 2nd technically with Watanabe, but the game has given him 2nd outright. 46,000 XP in the Japanese quadrant, and that is enough for us to move up into the next category. As you can see, we've now got a 1 million total XP global-wise, and we've got the global race license as well. Whabam! We've officially got all of the race licenses that you can get in this game, which means now we're allowed to compete in any championship we want as long as we've got the money to do so. And the bank balance is going to be looking very healthy. 765.5k earned from one event alone, now up to 4.4 million as a balance. And we've got some sponsors coming in, and we've got some mad sponsors. Puma. Here's your confirmation. We're up into the global license category now. Not like yet. We're not going to venture into that yet. I'd like to at least do stuff in these licenses first because it makes more sense. We can try out more cars. But we will get up to this, you know, in a few episodes from now. I just don't want to do it straight away because it would make no sense to do no events here at all and then just go straight into this. But just looking at it, we've got GT1, we've got some open wheel, we've got some touring cars, prototype, pro-tuned, and drift. And look at the sponsors as well, man. We've got the big boy sponsors out now. Advan Yokohama, Kenwood, Castrol, Bridgestone, Phillips, Brembo. Right then, it's time. We're going to do our first sort of A license event, because all of these are the A licenses, if you like. All of these are the B licenses, and all of these are the C licenses. So we're going to do our first A license event. We haven't competed in any yet, and we're going to do a Euro A license event. We're going to do the Endurance LMP2. Damn. We're up into the big boys now. We're up into the LMP2 category. We're going to get underway. We're going to buy a car as well, because we probably ought to do that at some point. We've got the Courage C65. We've got the Lola BO540, which is moderately better, but obviously more expensive. How is a man going to buy a Lola LMP2 car on eBay? This is actually really cheap. Wow, 3.4 mil. It's only been wrecked twice. It's been entered a lot, it's done a lot of mileage, but it's won 16 races. You know, I bun it. We're going to get this one. We're fully going to get, because this has been wrecked twice as well, so it doesn't matter. We're going to get this one. Sebastian Hunt's pre-owned Lola, can you believe? A pre-owned, how's a man going to have a pre-owned Lola? Starting off with Donington Park. The man we should watch out for is Juan Barazzi in the Barazzi Epsilon car. It's a really nice livery, I'll give him that. He's got the Gulf livery. Look at this car. Oh! I just want to just flipping, lots of, oh my word, okay, this is an experience, right, okay, I need to get used to this, because I was braking, assuming that was what I needed to do, but apparently that's not actually the case. Oh wow, this car seems to have a lot more understeer than the AI are experiencing, I'll just say that, but whatever. What is this? I'm trying to do these corners at the same speed as the AI and I'm not getting anywhere near. There's a car off in the gravel at Coppice. The understeer is really high, whereas just for the AI it doesn't seem to be too bad through the quick corners, but we're catching up a lot through the slow corners. That's a spin. That's Jan Claret doing a Ricard Rydell, and if you understand that reference, then my word, we can be mates. If you know what a Ricard Rydell is at Donington Park final corner, then you know your shit, to be quite honest with you. I might explain it. Basically, what just happened then, picture this, it's 1998. A young Niran Yusufu has discovered that there's a program on Motors TV that shows classic British touring cars. And he's watching a race, 1998 BTCC Ricard Rydell. in the rain, one of the greatest BTCC racers ever, spins off at that precise corner, and he's facing backwards as the rest of the pack comes towards him, and they all somehow avoid him, and the commentators go mental. And that's about it, really, to be honest. It just looked the same as that specific incident, so I just thought I'd compare the two. Anyway, that's killed some time. We're now in second place, thanks to that Ricard Rydell moment. We're right up at the backside of our teammate, in merely the metaphorical sense, not the literal sense. Through red gate we go. Matthew, okay, well, that looked suspicious, I'm not going to lie. That just looked like team orders. Clearly someone got on the team radio and was like, Matthew, mate, you know, we know you're winning, but at the same time, this isn't your YouTube series, so I'm afraid to tell you that you're going to have to give that position up. And he's all over the back of us. That's what I'm saying. The speed that the AI have through the old hairpin and McLean's is mad. Oh my god, we've gone wide. Shinji Nakano will win. I don't know if that's the same guy from MotoGP. It's always been one thing I've questioned. Is it the same guy who's done MotoGP and Le Mans? Anyway, we're going to come across the line and win the class. 4th overall, but we don't have to win the race overall. It's only LMP2. We're only expected to win the LMP2 class. So that's job done. And we take the win, and it's a 1-2 again, even though it's not Matthew Craven's specialty. Sponsorship-wise, you know the drill by now in terms of the win. 102k, nice, lovely, jubbly. Matthew Craven came second in class, so although he's failed a few, he gets a decent payout to £73,000. Anyway, it's time for the second race. Alan Timpany is the man to watch, and he's got that's a sick livery, can I just say. I really like that livery for some reason. It's quite similar to ours. We're actually starting first on the grid in class, but that start was absolutely tragic. That would have made a good Shakespeare playwright, to be honest, because that was an utter tragedy. Anyway, down into turn 1, we've locked up and gone round the outside of a few cars. We might be able to hang it up the inside, just about. Bit of contact with Jan Claret, I think that was, but we've gone wide there. That's not going to help the cause. Massive frame freeze there. That was a bit weird. I suppose I am on a rather old Xbox 360 at this point, so it's to be expected. I bought this Xbox 360 in 2000 and I want to say 9. I think it was 2010 actually. Well, my first game was FIFA 10, and that was the same year that it had come out. So actually, yeah, it must have been 2009. I got this Xbox. Oh god, no! I've distracted myself. I've fully distracted myself. Oh my word! We've had our own Ricard Rydell moment. That hasn't gone well. I won't lie to you. I'm going to be honest and truthful with you. That could have gone better. To be quite honest, we've even found ourselves in the GT1 brigade, so this is going to be a nightmare. Right, Pedro Lamy, consider yourself imminently dispatched, and now we've got to catch the rest of the GT2 gaggle and try and pass them all in 2 laps. And there's spoiler alert, there's a pretty big gap up to them. There's like a big gap. I think we are catching. I think we're definitely catching. I can see really the whole field now, whereas I couldn't see anyone at the start of the lap, so we've definitely made progress. We might be able to catch and pass Amaral, but that might be it. I don't know, we've jumped that chicane quite a lot. I don't know, we might be able to do a bit more. We've at least caught up the rest of the field. I said I'd take 4th in class. That's looking realistic now, unless there's a crash or a spin. Miguel Amaral is... Oh, hello. Yeah, well, I said unless there's a crash or a spin, there's been a spin, and we've gone past Jan Claret, who had the incident at Donington Park that I ended up talking about for about 7 years, so he's gone off again. Oh, bit of a brake check there by Amaral in the middle of that chicane, that quick chicane, and we're going to go past Juan Barazzi as well. So we're into 4th in class. Ed Morris is next. Might be able to pass him on like a last lap ting. Okay, never mind. He's just braked in the middle of there. That's fine. That's an easy position. And Matthew Craven is leading the class. Oh my god, oh, Morris has gone through, there's been a massive crash, and we've spun it again, we've lost the back end, just about trying to get some traction. We've actually lost out to Barazzi, who's gone through. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. We're going to come 4th in class, but it could have been so much better. Craven, though, wins the class, which is good. And we take 7th overall, 4th in class. It could have been 2nd, but we lost the back end. We're a bit too feisty. Here's your championship standings, and it's pretty interesting, actually. For the first time, I think, in a long time, Matthew Craven is convincingly beating us in the championship. He's actually leading the class right now on 26 points, and we're currently sat 2nd on 22. Time then for the 3rd race of the season. We're at Spa-Francorchamps. Juan Barazzi is apparently the man to watch out for, even though I think he's only 4th in the championship, but whatever. We're head of the class again. Craven, though, will obviously take the lead because we get terrible starts in this car. It'll be Craven, I think, who leads things. We've been hit from behind there by Jan Claret. I'm pretty sure we didn't brake early either because we prevented ourselves from hitting the back of Craven. And then we got a massive bump from behind. But anyway, up towards Eau Rouge now. We'll take 2nd in class back. Oh, we're losing the back end a little bit there. That was very, very intriguing in terms of lines, and hopefully doesn't get put under pressure. It's only a 2-lap race, but one thing I always notice about the AI on this game is that they get pressurized quite easily, so if you sat behind them for a while, they just spin off, so I'm going to try and avoid that, but oh, hello, by taking it out myself, apparently. No, by trying to pass him, but he's outbroken us massively down into the bus stop chicane, although we get much better traction and drive out of the corner, and across the line we are just about ahead. It's a 1-2 again. I can't believe this. We're bossing things at the moment here, FNG Racing. We're globe-trotting our way to glory, but we're up in the lead now as we go on to the 2nd and final lap of the race, up towards Eau Rouge. And we're going to come towards the line. It's another win in this episode for ourselves. Craven will take 2nd in class, so it's another 1-2 for the team, which is pretty damn nice indeed. Things are looking pretty damn good right now. So it's pretty close in all the classes really at the moment. Harold Prima is at the top of the standings by just 2 points over his countryman Alexander Fry. And it's the same for us really in the LMP2 category. Matthew Craven, our teammate, is leading the championship by his fellow countryman, aka us, by 2 points. And then there's quite a big gap to Juan Barazzi in 3rd. I think it's a guaranteed 1-2 in terms of class. Sponsors payout, you don't need to know. I don't need to tell you. 102k because we won the race. And Matthew Craven, because he came 2nd, I think we'll get 73k as far as I remember. That's the one. It's time for the LMP2 title decider. It is the final round of the season at Jarama to decide who wins the championship. We've got a massive advantage as well because we're starting 4th in the overall race and 1st in class, and Craven's down in 9th, but that will mean nothing after the start. Craven's already gained 2 positions and we've already lost 1, so it's already very close. Go into turn 1. Oh, lost the back end there. I wasn't concentrating properly. This car loses the back end very, very easily, especially on the curbs is one thing I've noticed. So we're now side by side with Peter Hardman in the Aston Martin. That is Alan, I can't remember what his name is now. What was his name? Something. He had a nice livery. Well, he's bunned it in the wall again. That's like the 2nd time we've seen him spin off now. At least we've gained a position there. But at the moment, we are losing this championship to Matthew Craven. Not that it particularly matters, really. I mean, whoever wins the championship, it doesn't really make much of a difference. We've earned all the licenses anyway, so XP basically becomes redundant now. Proving to be a pretty tough little championship is this one. I think this is one of the most difficult championships we've actually faced for a very long time. You know, even if you drop towards the back, it's very difficult to actually get back onto terms with people. And at the moment, I can see Craven is battling for the lead in the race again. He really is doing well in this championship. I think he's up in 2nd at the moment in this race in terms of class, so he's really doing well. Oh, that's a big spin there. That's an interesting one. Juan Barazzi coming back across the track and getting hit. Matthew Craven is winning again. I think we've found his new speciality. It's not GT1. The guy's a whiz kid at flipping LMP2. That's what he's good at. We're not going to beat him. We're simply not. I don't think we're close enough. Even I know we've still got a lap to go, and you know he might go off or something, but it's just not looking easy. It's not looking easy at all. We'll pass Miguel Amaral, I think, as long as things don't go wrong. Getting up to Craven, I think, could be a difficult task, to be honest with you, as we brake heavily into turn 1. Craven spins, though we hit the back of Amaral. And I said it would be difficult unless Craven spun off, and he's done exactly that. Now that has really just gifted us the championship, to be quite honest with you, which is such a shame because Craven hasn't won one. I was almost secretly rooting for him. I was still going to try, but I was almost rooting for him as the inner neutral inside of me was hoping that he would win. But he's binned it, and so has Miguel Amaral now as well. The pressure is clearly telling on some of these drivers. It's been a long 4-race championship, I suppose. And the one person who usually goes off is Jan Claret, and he's not put a foot wrong. He's the man who's going to win this final race in the Gulf LMP2 Courage. But it's going to be us eventually as we come through the penultimate corner for the final time. Now through the final corner for the final time, it is going to be us that win the championship again. It's been a valiant effort though from Matthew Craven. He's pushed us all the way and led it until now, until he spun off. Big shame for him. I really was hoping that he would take the win. Here then is confirmation of the final Drivers' Championship then for that LMP2 event, if you like. And it is 4th place overall and 1st in class for ourselves on 48 points, beating Craven by 6 points in the end. Not really representative of who probably should have won the championship, to be honest. Very valiant effort from Craven, very proud of him. That was probably his best performance as a driver at this team. And in terms of the bank account, jeez Louise. We've just earned more than the money we got back. That's incredible. We've just earned 3.8 mil. And we paid 3.4 for the car. That's quite incredible. We've actually got more money back somehow. As you can see, new sponsor offers are coming in as well. Hella, Stilo, and Yokohama. Anyway, that draws to a close then this episode of the Race Driver Grid original walkthrough on career mode. If you have enjoyed, then of course feel free to smash the likes button, subscribe if you're new to the channel here on FNG Racing, and comment if you enjoyed the video that much. Once again, I apologise for the fact there was like 3 months between these last 2 episodes, but obviously exams are done now, you guys know the script. This will be back to being at least a bi-weekly series, sort of every other week, so it'll be back to normal, and hopefully we'll actually plough through it in the next few months and be done with the series overall, because it's been something that's been going on for a long time. If I loved the game a little less, then maybe it would have been dead by now, but because I love this game so much, it continues to remain strong and keep ploughing on. Nevertheless, it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Backstage, couple drinks, I'm loose. All I see is bums and boots. I'm turned, step on the stage, bust the kind of man, got blow up the room. Bust the kind of blow up the room. Bust the kind of blow up the room. Bow. Licking down shows and I'm bringing in racks. Bust the kind of blow up the room. What? Backstage, couple drinks, I'm loose. All I see is bums and boots. I'm turned, step on the stage, bust the kind of man, got blow up the room.